We're here today getting the roof done here in Evansville, doing the roof the right way, the only way, the upright way. So we're back on this job that we just showed you guys last week.
We had to evict the person that was living here.
What I thought was wrong is some of these guys own their franchises for 20 plus years, pay their bills on time, and saying things behind their back when you are flying on private jets and you're worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
We're at one of my rentals. It's a duplex. We had to evict the person that was living here. So we're gonna come check to make sure everybody's out of it and that what we need to do to get it back to renting. But then we got here, we also looked over here on that side and we need to do some work on that overhang. It's looks a little unsafe and some wood is rotted out. Nobody's giving me a call or anything, so I had no idea, but we'll get this handled and get it fixed ASAP. Part of being a landlord, and I use a property management company, so they take care of most of my stuff for me. They make it very easy, seamless, which is what I like. But I just came over here. They would actually came over here and taken care of all those for me. But my son was thinking about possibly moving in here, so I wanted to come and check it out first and see what was going on with it. So that's why I'm here.
All right, so we're back on this job that we just showed you guys last week. We're getting this is day one. We're getting it cleaned out. Let's go take a look and see what we got going on. This is actually a rental property. So this is the damage that was caused that's got to be replaced to get this back up to be able to be rented. So when you think about you want to get into investments in housing and rental property, remember you're going to run into this. This will happen. So you're always going to have the cash to be able to fix this place up. And then you're talking some serious years to have to recoup this money. It's unfortunate, but we'll get this back up. The person that owns the house, he keeps all his rentals pretty immaculate. So this house will be the first time we've ever actually have done any work on it. So we'll get it up to what his standards are, and hopefully he'll get it back up rented out pretty quick in 3 to 4 weeks. We're here today getting the roof done here in Evansville, doing the roof the right way, the only way, the upright way. On this roof, this was actually rejected, denied by the insurance company. We made a couple extra phone calls. Jim met the adjuster out here, showed him the actual damage, walked it through with the adjuster, and we got this house approved. So if you're ever having any kind of insurance issues or questions, you can always give us a call. Jim is fantastic getting that covered and getting that taken care of for you. We do it from start to finish, so we try to make it seamless for you so you don't have to handle any of that if you need it. Well, you tell Robbie he's going down, upright's taking over.
Huh?
Tell Robbie he's going down, upright's taking over.
No, he's gonna keep us busy all winter.
Oh yeah, no, he's good. Mace does a great job.
Donate 2% more back into what they call national advertising. To me, I look at it like this. Is if you sell franchise and I buy in, paying my royalties on time, growing my market for 20 plus years, and as a franchisee, I'm a franchisee, franchisors to corporate. So the franchisees, you know, the way I would look at it, what I thought was wrong is some of these guys own their franchises for 20 plus years, pay their bills on time, and now you're calling them out and saying things behind their back when you are flying on private jets and you're worth hundreds of millions of dollars. It's like, whoa,
Yeah.
Settle down. You forgot what got you here.
Right.
And you can think of it any other way, but when they signed that franchise agreement, they said they do this, you were happy with it, and they took off with it, and you've been making money off of them
And
every
then
year,
then
and a
you
lot
have
of money.
friends.
And those is what propelled corporate for it be able to do what they were able to do. Like that's what got them to do national TV in the first place. You know, like 2% of that money, the 6 or 7%, depending on when you bought your franchise, 2% of that was going to national advertising. I think that's how that number broke down. The other percent was for the name.
Yeah.
They give a lot of support,
Mm-hmm.
but in the same sense, when you looked at you could always look at their P&Ls. A lot of their stores were losing money, while corporate stores were making money.
Yeah.
But in the same sense, if you were struggling, they'd help you for sure. They had a lot of support, and they did well with it. But a lot of support. So to me, there was never really an excuse for not doing well, because they would have sent people down to stay at your location to help you out. Like, I'm not joking, it's crazy. But the top guys didn't need it, and this is what they were doing. So, it's always about, no matter what you do for somebody, I always feel like it's always about what you did then, and whatever's happening in today's world, everything else gets dropped and forgot about.
Right.
All right, so you got to go walk into a house today that you see that on the investment side of how a house can be trashed, it's not all doom and gloom. A lot of times, people do take care of your stuff, and I'm always optimistic when I rent a house out or sell a house. I always really try to make sure it's at top notch, and I kind of expect it to come back. And I'm usually pretty lucky when it comes to that. But in anything in life, and as you're growing a business, there's always ups and downs, and those are some of the downs that you're going to have as being an investor. But the things I'm looking for when I'm looking for an investment property, that actually would have been a great house for me to buy. I actually tried to buy it from the investor when we were going through it. I seen a lot of potential in that home, and what ended up happening a lot of times, people do that to their home, and obviously it's not worth much afterwards. So a lot of money has to go into that house to get fixed up. So investors will finally get rid of it, sell it, say, get out of this. This is too much for me. Or people decide they're going to do a flip, and they think they watch it on TV, and they buy a flip, and it's more trouble than they know what to do with, and they end up selling the flip in the middle of them doing it. So we get a lot of that kind of stuff. But if you're willing to do the grind, it's all worth it. So it's not all about making 50% on a house and these things that you're seeing on TV, that these big profit these people are making. It's most of the time it's probably not true. So if it's too good to be true, it probably is too good. So those are some of the things that we're doing here. Stay tuned. Also, I talked about how I was going to sign up for 70.3. I don't want you guys to think I forgot about that. I actually got AC tear in my shoulder. I just got cleared. It wasn't full tear, but it was partial tear. I just got cleared to start training again, so I'm actually going to start training tonight. It's been about a month, so we'll see how that goes. I'm going to go light weights so I don't irritate it again. A lot of cardio. So that's what I need to focus on. So those are some of the things we got going on in my life and Upright's life. So stay tuned next week. Subscribe to our channel. We'll be back.